I'm Gavin McFarlane. Our first guest here is Brad Infield. He is a sophomore on the Augustana men's swim and dive team. And what are your majors again?
Chemistry.
Nice. So we'll start off from the bat. Where are you from, and what sports did you compete in growing up?
So I'm from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Lived here my whole life, and so growing up, I did small I did a little bit of golf. I did a little bit of bowling, but the main sports I did were just cross country and swimming.
Nice. What made you want to compete in college swimming? Did it factor into not wanting to do cross country anymore, or is that something you just excelled in more?
So doing cross country, that was more a side thing to swimming, because growing up, my parents, their values were, they didn't want me to specialize in a sport too early. So what they wanted to do is they wanted me to do multiple sports, and cross country was a good one to do that has a lot of benefits that help out swimming a lot. So it was kind of more of a side thing. So once after my senior year of high school, I kind of just dropped running altogether and focused just on swimming. So it kind of factored into my decision, athletics, but my main goal was go to a good school for my academic goals, which were I want to graduate in 4 years. I want to go to grad school after that. So I want to go to a smaller school, and it just worked out that Augie's in my hometown. It's a fairly smart school, and all the class sizes are small. Everything just basically worked out perfectly with going to Augie. Yeah. So and I could also swim, which was a very, very much an added bonus.
Yeah. Why Division II sports? I know you just talked about the academic side, but did you ever consider D3, D1 schools, or even NAIA?
So the other main school that tried to get me to go to school with them was NAIA, because I got into college recruiting very late, because I started to get fast only my junior year of high school. I didn't have as much time of having putting down fast times that most people had, so I got into the college really late, because I didn't even know I would be in college swimming. So the school that reached out to me specifically was an NAIA school, but I knew the coach here at Augie, so I was already considering coming to school here anyway, so I thought I might as well just talk to her, ask her if I'd be able to swim here, and she said I could. And it's also more of a competition type of thing, where I value having good competition, and if I went to an NAIA school, I'd be finally at nationals as a freshman.
Yeah.
Whereas if I come here, I have good competition to work with, which I feel that's going to make me better more than going to a school where I'm going to be the best right away.
Yeah. Obviously, when you're a younger athlete, you're competing in sports for kind of thrill and fun, getting to know other kids your age. As you're in college now, do you have any personal goals that you can think of that you had and accomplished, or any goals that you are working towards right now?
So my goal setting's been very weird lately, because I came in with very specific goals, and I broke them all my freshman year, because I improved a lot my freshman year. So a lot of my goals I had to completely remake after my freshman year. So now it's I'm at a point where I don't even know what's a good goal to set, because I don't even know how high I should be reaching. Should I reach for improving as much as I did my freshman year?
Yeah.
Or should I set my sights small, set them somewhere in the middle? So right now, I want to make it to the nationals at some point.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's too big of a goal. I don't know if that's too small of a goal. I just don't know yet.
Yeah. As a kid, so when you first started swimming, elementary, middle school, what motivated you during swim practices? If you were trying to get through a hard set, maybe it was a test set day or some fast swims on a tight interval, what was pushing you to get faster and better in the water?
I just kind of enjoyed it. A lot of people I talk to don't have the same relationship with swimming that I have, where a lot of people talk about how much they don't like it, but I'm the complete opposite, where this is where I want to be. I want to do this. I don't know what I'd do if I wasn't swimming. It's my favorite sport to do, one of my favorite sports to watch. I think as a kid, what drove me was really just I want to be there. I was happy to be there. and that helps a lot with wanting to get better.
Can you list a couple things like what you love or like about swimming? Like any specifics in the sport? Like people, the coaches, racing, meets?
I like competition. That's a big thing for me. I like getting the chance to compete because like most people don't get to go through like the joys of having like a good competition if they don't do sports.
Yeah.
And that's something that at a young age, like getting into swimming, I learned how much competition, like how much fun that is. So I just kind of enjoyed that about swimming. I also, it's gonna sound weird when I say this, but it was fun, like being able to walk around school knowing that there was something that no one is better than me at. Like most people couldn't swim as fast as I can because swimming's not an easy sport to get into.
Yeah.
So it was really validating knowing that there were people out there who could look up to me as someone who is faster than them at swimming.
How do you find motivation during practices and lifts today? Obviously, you're a college student, a full-time student. What happens on days where you're tired from the previous day of practice and class, or it's the end of the week, you're doing some doubles and you're tired and you got lift in the morning and then a race at night? How do you navigate through that?
My big thing is I try to go into every practice with a good attitude, because from every experience I've had, if I go into any kind of like practice with a bad attitude, I always just have a bad practice.
Yeah.
So the first thing I always think about going into that practice is, how am I going to enjoy this practice? Like, how am I going to make my 2 hours here worthwhile? So that's just really my main thing I do, and it's worked well to this point, and we'll see how it works in the future. But right now, that's very good for keeping me motivated, just being excited to be there.
Yeah. Got some fun questions here at the end. If you could get rid of 2 events in college swimming, what 2 events would they be and why?
100 backstroke, 200 backstroke. It just feels like death when you do backstroke.
Let's see. Give me your top 3 artists or songs that you listen to get hyped on meet days.
Through the Fire and Flames. So that's a good one to get hyped.
Yeah.
Devil in a New Dress by Kanye West. That's
a really good one.
That's a very good song. I'm a big fan. And the problem is, most of my songs that I listen to like on a regular basis, they're not really like hype songs. That like everyone thinks of like hype music as something that gets you hyped up, but the music I really listen to a lot doesn't really it's not hype songs, you know?
Yeah.
So it's hard to think of a hype song that gets me like ready to compete, because the thing that usually gets me ready to compete is talking to my teammates and getting excited by talking to my teammates. So it's like, because I know a lot of people they like to put headphones on during swim meets. They like to kind of zone out. I don't like that. I like to be in the competition. I like to watch the swimming. I don't really put headphones on during the swim meet, you know?
That's fair. If you had to give like one piece of advice for college, high school swimmers coming into the college scene for having a good attitude in practice, what would it be?
Just in general, don't complain about it. Like, even if like it's bad, like it's gonna hurt, obviously. Even if it hurts, like just don't complain. If you don't have something good to say, just don't say it at all.
Yeah.
Then also just in general, support your teammates, because like having a good attitude, that reflects on other people. Like I've seen countless times where I've not been doing the greatest in practice, and then the good mood of a teammate just kind of gets me ready to go, and I'm having great practice by the end of the practice. Yeah. So it's like
kind of like that, like body language, like just keeping uplifted spirits.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I like to choose like the people I swim with in practice based on like who's gonna keep me going when I'm down, and who I can keep going when they get down. You know?
Yeah, makes sense. Well, Brad, it was great talking with you. I hope you enjoyed this interview. Yeah, of course. And we will see you guys next week. Thank you.